Okay, so question 7, it says calculate the length x. It's a right angle triangle, right? So we should be thinking, is this Pythagoras or is it trigonometry? And because they've given us an angle here, okay, and they've only given us one side, we're going to have to use trigonometry, okay? And what I mean by trigonometry, the SOHCAHTOA, okay? This is so important that you sort of memorize this for the exam, right? This mnemonic here is really helpful. Now, what I mean by SOHCAHTOA, well, when you look at what the setup here, straight away I'm going to call that my H, right? Because remember, H, the hypotenuse, yeah? That's what H stands for, hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is always the longest side opposite the right angle, okay? So I know that straight away. The other side then I know is the O, right? Because that's the opposite, the angle, yeah? So if they give me that angle there, 35 degrees, opposite the angle is that side there. And then the final side, then the adjacent, we call. Remember, adjacent just means next to. So adjacent, we're next to the angles. We're next to that angle there. We're next to the sort of right angle, the important angles they've given here. Okay. Now, when I want x, right, notice it's side O. Okay. Notice it's side O it corresponds to. And also, they've given me side H, yeah? So it's O and H I'm going to use. I need to find a pair of letters, right? So it's going to be 2 out of these 3 letters. A is no good to me. A is no good because we don't know what it is. We don't know how long that is, and they're not asking for it. They're asking for O though. They're asking for the value X there. So O is what we're going to use, and H they tell me. So O and H. Now O and H here appear here, don't they? Okay. So basically we've got the so, yeah? And S of course stands for sine. So we do sine of the angle 35 equals them. Now we just go in the order then of so, right? So O divided by H. So always divide, so O divided by H. Now O of course is the value X. Divide them by the H, which is 14.3. Okay, and then all you've got to do then, right, is to get X, you need to think, well, this 14.3 is in the way. So if I take it over to the side, and because we're dividing by 14.3, if I take it over and I times, okay, and I get my x. So you can write the times there as well if you want, right? You don't have to, but to show that what we're doing is timesing, right? Because ultimately we're dividing by 14.3, so taking it over, we times. So get my calculator, I literally type that in, right? So 14.3 times sine 35, close the bracket then. So that's what I've written in there. I get my answer out to be 8.2. Okay, so in terms of how many decimal places, well, I would go for 1 decimal place. Okay, just like I explained in the last video, because they're given that side there to 1 decimal place, so it's appropriate in terms of the accuracy there. Okay.